Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Shemishah, Bashem Kodesh, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakalia, and I'm from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about World War III, all right, and developments towards it, and the prophecy in Ezekiel chapter 38, all right, because I was just doing some checkups on some websites, to see what's going on in the world, and here we have something quite big. This is something that relates directly to biblical prophecy, right? And it's in regards to Turkey. It says Turkey's Erdogan calls the state of Israel terror state slams West. And this is a title by Reuters.com. All right. So let's get what I'm talking about first. In Ezekiel chapter 38, it says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him," which is talking about the Russians, "as they dwell in the land where Gog and Magog used to dwell." All right. The Russians are not what was known as Gog and Magog, right? They're referred to as such because they're in the land. The Russians are actually Edomites, okay? "And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal," talking about the Russians still, "and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor." So they're going to be going to war. "Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." And that's talking about the allies of Russia. So it says these allies are Persia, which are known as the Iranians today, who are the biblical Elamites, Ethiopia and Libya, which are talking about the so-called Africans, who are the biblical Hamites, with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." Okay, so verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee, is talking about Turkey, these Turkish people, all right? The nation of Turkey, if you want to call them that, the current nation of Turkey, those people that encompass it, right? Who are also Edomites, or led by Edomites, okay? An Edomite-led nation, and these Edomites are the so-called white people, okay? Verse 7, it says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." So Russia is going to be a guard unto its allies. So its allies are the so-called African nations, Iran, and it will also be Turkey. So based off of this, what it says in Ezekiel chapter 38, it is known, we know, that Turkey is going to be siding with them, right? That's what it's saying, okay? And so over the years, since I've been in the truth, I have observed where Turkey and her relation with her current allies, which is the NATO and America, has been deteriorating over time. Truly. I've truly observed this, man. Okay? And you have America in Revelation chapter 17. It talks about the whore upon the beast, and America is that whore, right? And it says that you have the beast and you have the 10 horns, right? The 10 horns is the European Union, and the beast is NATO, and Turkey is a part of this, right? Turkey is a part of this alliance that America is in with NATO, all right? So This is very, very cool, man. Very great news, actually, to see how it's all coming along. And it's showing you the manifestation of prophecy. You know, things are building up so that it can get to a certain point. So here it is what they're saying. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said on Wednesday the state of Israel was a terrorist state committing war crimes and violating international law in Gaza, sharpening his repeated criticism of the state of Israeli leaders and their backers in the West. Okay, so out the gate, he's rebuking it, right? Now, always keep in mind that it says that the least of the flock shall draw them out, which is talking about the state of Israel will draw out America, right? And I mentioned that because it shows you the relationship between the state of Israel and America, that America will always defend them. So for Turkey to come out and speak negatively about the state of Israel, Turkey is already positioning itself against the state of Israel and also against America. And so where does that leave Turkey in regards to its current alliance with the NATO? Speaking 2 days before a planned visit to Germany to meet Chancellor Olaf Scholz, Erdogan said the state of Israel's military campaign against Palestinian militant group Hamas included the most treacherous attacks in human history with unlimited support from the West. And the West encompasses not only America but also the EU, right? That's what they call the West, you know? He called for Israeli leaders to be tried for war crimes at the International Court of Justice in The Hague and repeated his view and Turkey's position that Hamas is not a terrorist organization but a political party that won past elections. So they have a favorable side towards Hamas. And what has America already linked Hamas to? Iran. So Turkey's positioning itself on the other side, which is with Iran and Russia. You see how the prophecy is all building up. It's so beautiful, man. Okay? It says Britain, the United States, European Union, and some Arab states deem Hamas a terrorist group, unlike Turkey. So there it is right there. Turkey is separating itself from its current allies, as the prophecy says that it would. Ankara hosts some members of Hamas and supports a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. With the savagery of bombing the civilians it forced out of their homes while they are relocating, it is literally employing state terrorism, Erdogan said of the state of Israel in parliament. I am now saying with my heart at ease that the state of Israel is a terrorist state. This is a very strong position for them to take, by the way. Very strong position. Okay? We will never shy away from voicing the truth that Hamas members protecting their lands, honor, and lives in the face of occupation policies are resistance fighters just because some people are uncomfortable with it, he said. Erdogan's trip to Germany would be his first to a Western nation since the state of Israel began bombarding Gaza on October 7th in response to Hamas's attacks. Germany has expressed strong solidarity with the state of Israel. So you see, Germany is a part of that NATO, right? And Germany still stands on that side, okay? While urging a focus on limiting the impact of military operations on Gaza's civilian population, the West, namely the United States, is unfortunately seeing this issue backwards, Erdogan said. He called on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to announce whether or not the state of Israel had nuclear weapons and added that Netanyahu would soon be a goner from his post, okay? So he's talking very strongly and very boldly, okay? He likened the conflict between the state of Israel, a Jewish state, and the Palestinians to a war between the Christian and Muslim worlds, saying the fighting was a matter of cross and crescent. Ankara would take steps to ensure the state of Israeli settlers in occupied Palestinian territories are recognized as terrorists, he added. Wow. So that's a huge move. To me, reading this, because I'm reading this straight off the press. You know, this is first time reaction, okay? He's literally taking a position against them, literally. Ankara would take steps to ensure the state of Israeli settlers in occupied Palestinian territories are recognized as terrorists, he added. Okay, and then the article ends right there because that's a lot of heat. Yo, man, this is really coming together. Yahweh Shemeshah is bringing everything together, man, to the point of the full manifestation of these prophecies, the World War III prophecy, the gathering of the heathen over there to the Valley of Jehoshaphat in Joel chapter 3 and verse 9 going on down. All right, the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a mark chip, is coming together. The famine, about the prophecy about bringing the judgment of famine, you can see how that's coming along. Everything is coming along very beautifully, man. Yo, this thing looks like, yo, but you know, the scriptures do say that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. You know, I'm not saying next week or next month, you know, but time is showing, news is showing, Yahweh Shemeshah is showing that this thing is coming, man, and it's coming swiftly. All right. Things are really changing at a very rapid pace compared to before. All right. And you know what? I want to bring out something else because, you know, Turkey will be, you know, the first to break off of NATO, right? The first to turn, right? As it shows in Ezekiel chapter 38. But eventually, all of America's allies are going to turn against her. In Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, it says, "And the 10 horns, which is the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast is NATO, these shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So America's own allies are going to do things. Eat her flesh means that they're going to be doing things over time that will weaken her position on the world stage. All right. And then eventually things are going to transpire where they will aid in her destruction, because America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, the ICBM missiles, which are going to be shot from her enemies, which includes all of those that I mentioned before in Ezekiel chapter 38. All right. Plus whichever additional allies Russia has. You can do research on that to see who those additional allies are. And then America's own allies, something's going to transpire throughout the entire situation that they're going to be fed up with America, all right, the NATO and the EU, and they're going to shoot missiles over at her too and destroy her. So the time is coming, man. And it's very beautiful to see, because we want to get the hell up out of here, man. Okay? The sooner these things happen is the sooner that we get out of here. But the World War III prophecy cannot come to pass. The destruction of America, the climax of World War III cannot come to pass until that mark chip, which is the mark of the beast, that prophecy is fully fulfilled. So that, all praise and glory unto Yahweh Shemeshah, Bashmakal Kodesh. Shalom.